Ix-Xaghra tal-Furjana. The Floriana Parade Ground. Ix-Xaghra tal-Furjana dates back to the very early 1800s. On the 13th November, 1804, the two Maltese provincial battalions of infantry were reviewed on the Floriana Parade Ground, and were warmly commended in the general orders, issued on 14th of November, 1804, for their smartness, soldier-like appearance, conduct and steadiness, which would be highly creditable to any corps whatever. Marquis Parisi commanded the 1st Battalion while Count Gatta commanded the 2nd Battalion. The Floriana Parade Ground also hosted several other magnificent military parades throughout the 1800s and 1900s. In 1878, the parade ground was the scene of a grand review of 7,000 Indian troops, dispatched to Malta, to join with British forces. The Floriana Parade Ground, during the late 1800s. Our house at 9 Straight Street, Floriana. A close scrutiny of this photo reveals a few interesting clues about the area during the very early 1900s. This picture was taken in 1904 by Richard Ellis, one of the foremost photographers at the time. The photographer was standing on the rooftop of Auberge de Castile. Right in front of St. James Cavalier is the Floriana Parade Ground. The buildings at the top right of the ground are the Lintorn Barracks, which were built in 1903. The barracks were named after Governor of Malta, General Sir John Lintorn Simmons. Interesting to note, is that the Lintorn Barracks were intended to house soldiers of Irish descent, while the English regiments were housed at Mdafa. The soldiers were kept away as much as possible from each other, so as to avoid brawling. This connection with the Irish is a possible reason why Floriana has green as its color. While it certainly had an impact on the ancestry of the Floriana population, evident by their surnames. The white tents were used by regiments in transit awaiting transport to other ports. These were a common sight in Floriana in those days. Beyond, you will notice the near-complete bareness of the country, giving an unobstructed view up to the height of Ix-Xaghra and the Rabat area. This photo and information were contributed by Joseph Piccinino and Melanie Drury. During the Great War, Maltese Labour battalions served in Mudros and Salonika, and a Cyprus contingent of the King's Own Malta Regiment of Militia served outside Malta. However, the prime contribution of the Maltese Islands to the war effort was a humanitarian one. Malta became the nurse of the Mediterranean.